What if I told you that reality is far stranger than any movie you've ever seen? We're about to dive into 10 stories so bizarre, so unbelievable, you'll question everything you think you know. These aren't urban legends or campfire tales. They are real, documented events that will make you wonder if we are all living in some kind of cosmic joke. From skies changing color to men struck by lightning not once, not twice, but 7 times, get ready to have your mind blown. Let's explore the moments when reality decided to break all the rules. Coming in at number 10, let's travel back to September 24th, 1950. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing a blue sun. That's exactly what happened across parts of Europe and North America. People were baffled. The sun, our constant, familiar star, suddenly appeared vividly blue and sometimes even violet. Was it the end of the world? An alien signal? The truth was almost as strange. Massive forest fires in Alberta, Canada, had sent a huge plume of smoke high into the atmosphere. The smoke particles were just the right size to scatter the red and yellow light from the sun, allowing only the blue and green light to pass through. For a brief, surreal moment, the world was bathed in an otherworldly blue glow, a natural phenomenon so rare it felt like a glitch in the Matrix. At number 9, we meet Roy Sullivan, a man who had a shockingly personal relationship with lightning. Most of us spend our lives trying to avoid being struck by lightning even once. Roy, a U.S. park ranger in Virginia, was struck a staggering 7 times between 1942 and 1977, and he survived every single one. Lightning hit him in a fire lookout tower, while driving his truck, and even while he was just standing in his own front yard. It seemed to seek him out, burning his hair, his eyebrows, and leaving scars. People started avoiding him, convinced he was a walking lightning rod. The odds of being struck once are tiny. The odds of being struck 7 times are so astronomically small, they're practically zero. Roy Sullivan's life is a testament to the fact that sometimes, reality just doesn't play by the rules of probability. Number 8 is a story that will send a chill down your spine. In 1898, a writer named Morgan Robertson published a novella called Futility, or The Wreck of the Titan. The book was about a massive, unsinkable British ocean liner named the Titan. On a cold April night, it struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic and sank. The ship was critically short on lifeboats, leading to a tragic loss of life. Sound familiar? 14 years later, in 1912, the RMS Titanic, a massive, unsinkable British ocean liner, hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic on a cold April night and sank. It too was short on lifeboats, resulting in a devastating tragedy. The parallels are so uncanny, so specific, from the name to the cause to the location, that it's impossible to dismiss as mere coincidence. Did Robertson have a premonition, or was it the most terrifyingly accurate prediction in history? Now for number 7, a linguistic mystery that defies explanation. A young woman, after a severe head injury, reportedly woke up and began speaking a language that no one around her could understand. After linguists were called in, they were stunned. She wasn't speaking gibberish, she was speaking a near-perfect dialect of a dead language, one that hadn't been spoken for centuries. The woman had no prior knowledge of this language, no academic background, nothing. It was as if the knowledge was just there, unlocked by the trauma. How could this be possible? Theories range from genetic memory to something far more paranormal, but no one has ever been able to provide a concrete explanation. It's a case where modern science simply has no answer, a whisper from a long-forgotten past speaking through a modern mind. Our 5th story is one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of all time. In 1880, a farmer named David Lang was walking across a field on his farm in Tennessee. His wife and 2 children were watching from the porch. Suddenly, in plain sight, in the middle of an open field, he vanished. 1 second he was there, the next he was gone. There was no hole, no cave, no quicksand. He just disappeared into thin air. A massive search was launched, but not a single trace of David Lang was ever found. Months later, his children claimed they could hear his faint voice calling for help from the spot where he vanished, but the voice eventually faded away. Investigators, psychics, and scientists have all looked into the case, but the disappearance of David Lang remains a complete and terrifying mystery. At number 4, we have a legend that blurs the line between myth and geological fact. The story of the lost city of Helike in ancient Greece sounds like something out of a fantasy novel. In the winter of 373 BC, the vibrant and prosperous city of Helike, a center of worship for Poseidon, the god of the sea, was destroyed overnight. Historical accounts describe a night of terror with vast columns of fire and a massive earthquake. Then, a tsunami swept in from the Gulf of Corinth and completely submerged the city. For centuries, people thought it was just a myth, a cautionary tale. But in the late 1980s, archaeologists began to uncover the ruins. They found the lost city, buried under layers of ancient lagoon silt, confirming the cataclysmic event. A whole city, wiped off the map in a single night, its story almost lost to time. Have you ever seen this man? Coming in at number 3 is a global phenomenon that started in 2006. A New York psychiatrist sketched the face of a man who was appearing repeatedly in her patient's dreams. She left the sketch on her desk. A few days later, another patient saw the sketch and claimed that he too had seen the exact same man in his dreams. The psychiatrist, intrigued, sent the image to her colleagues. Soon, reports flooded in from all over the world. From Los Angeles to Moscow, from Tehran to Beijing, thousands of people claim to have dreamed of this mysterious stranger who came to be known as this man. He never speaks, often just appearing to offer advice or comfort. Who is he? Is he a real person with incredible psychic abilities? A shared archetype from our collective unconscious? Or is it a brilliant social experiment? To this day, nobody knows. For our number 2 spot, we look to the stars. On August 15, 1977, an astronomer named Jerry Eman was scanning radio signals from deep space at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. Suddenly, the observatory's computer recorded a signal so strong, so unusual, it defied all natural explanations. It was a powerful, narrowband radio signal that lasted for 72 seconds, coming from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. It perfectly matched the expected signature of an interstellar communication. Eman was so stunned, he circled the printout and wrote "Wow" next to it. The "Wow" signal has never been detected again. Despite decades of searching, we found nothing like it. Was it a natural, 1 in a trillion cosmic fluke? Or was it our one and only call from an intelligent alien civilization, a call we happened to pick up, but couldn't answer? And finally, at number 1, a story so statistically impossible it feels like a glitch in the simulation. In the 1930s, a man named Erwin Leder was a photographer in Austria. At the same time, another man, also named Erwin Leder, was also a photographer in Austria. But it gets weirder. They were both born in the same year, had married women with the same first name, and each had a son named Erwin. When Nazi Germany annexed Austria, both Erwins, who were Jewish, were arrested and sent to the Buchenwald concentration camp. They were assigned consecutive prison numbers, 84920 and 84921. After the war, they were both liberated and, incredibly, both immigrated to the United States and settled in New York City, where they worked as photographers. They never met. 2 identical lives, running on parallel tracks, their paths crossing only in the darkest of places. This isn't a story of twins separated at birth. It's a profound mystery of doppelgangers and cosmic coincidence that defies all logic. So there you have it. From skies turning blue to men who literally vanish into thin air, and lives that mirror each other with impossible precision. These stories remind us that the universe is far more mysterious and unpredictable than we can imagine. Reality, it seems, has a wild imagination of its own. What do you think is the most mind-bending story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the unexplained. Stay curious.